Great, if everybody could stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Was there anything that needed to be changed on the agenda that you know? Anybody have anything that needs to be changed?
I will make motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
I have a first and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda is approved as is. All right. Brian, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, please have to administer your own. Would you like to make a motion? No? Perfect. Do you want to stand right your feet? That's the one, right?
Yes.
I, Brian Johnson,
I, Brian Johnson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of South Dakota,
of the State of South Dakota,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of, what's his name? Alderman in Ward 2,
the duties of Alderman in Ward 2
in and for the City of Alcester
and for the City of Alcester
until the next municipal election
until the next municipal election
for the City of Alcester,
for the City of Alcester,
Union County,
Union County,
South Dakota,
South Dakota,
to which office
to which office
I have been duly
I
appointed.
have been duly appointed.
Will you change it so that you can sign it? Different. I looked over it before even. Is anybody here for alderman interviews?
For
Alderman interviews?
Councilman?
No? All right, we can skip 5. Are you here for the mayoral interview?
Oh, just for public input.
Okay. Also skip 6. All right, we need a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes for Monday, May 6th, 2024.
I'll make a motion to approve regular meeting minutes of Monday, May 6th, 2024.
Brian, was that you?
Yep.
Thank you. All right, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, passed. Moving on to public input.
Okay. Go ahead, podium or just there?
Either, wherever you're comfortable.
Thank you. Well, I'm District 16 State Representative Kevin Johnson. I want to congratulate the district, the school district, on the FCCLA 80 students and getting national recognition. And of course, Hillary's my wife, my cousin. So anyway, but I want to talk a little bit about Senate Bill 201 that was passed. And I've gone to a number of city council meetings. It probably doesn't directly affect city councils at this point, because it was called the so-called Landowner Bill of Rights. Well, that was the 13th Amendment, where they came up with that name was 13 amendments down the road. It does not give landowners any rights that they didn't already have. But what it does is it takes away the county's authority to set any kind of regulations or ordinances on setbacks for pipelines or linear transmission, electric transmission lines. So the county, if in July 1st, if the law goes into effect, the county can no longer control pipelines or electric transmission lines. That power is stripped away from them and given to the PUC, a 3-member PUC. So where the pipeline is running now, we've got about 50 plus commissioners. They get to vote on their counties and how they want, what they want in the counties and what they don't. That's been taken away with this bill and given to 3 PUC members. The thing that bothers me is I've seen 3 different times this last year in the legislature, I voted against it, 100% against it. I want it to go to a vote of the people, because this is all about landowner rights, it's about property rights, and it's about, basically what happened is Carbon Summit Solutions and outside investors, foreign investors, hijacked our legislature this year on a 39-31 vote, and gives the PUC all of that discretion and authority. And the biggest problem with that is, instead of trying to re-elect 55 or 50 commissioners to agree with them, now all they got to, if they're willing to put millions and millions of dollars into this pipeline, by paying the counties and the landowners, can you imagine how much they're going to be willing to buy 3 PUC seats? That's what scares me. I've seen 3 different times this year where the state, the legislature, is grabbing power away from the local communities. They tried to do the same thing with the teacher, with the pay bills. I mean, the teacher's compensation bill, with the governor's office saying, you have to do this. Well, I was on the Canton School Board for 15 years, and it's always a struggle to pay, especially your support staff. So that was another place where they were taking away some of the authority from the local school board. What could happen, and we don't know the exact pipeline route yet, it's probably going to go north of here, but there are going to be solar farms and wind farms being set up. And what I'm concerned about is that if you have a development project going in a certain direction and they decide to put in a pipeline, you have no control, you have no say in it, and neither does the county anymore. So I guess it's for one quick plug, we are circulating petitions to put it on the ballot and let the people decide. So that's all I really wanted to say, is because it will affect almost every county on the east side of the state. So I appreciate just the fact that you're willing to hear that. So, thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
all I
Thank
have.
you.
Yep.
Any other public input?
Yeah, thank you. Sheriff Prouty. Just wanted to talk about the contract hours that we have going. We're doing really good, exceeding the 30 hours. You know, we're in the 40s right now, so hopefully that's noticed and we're getting positive feedback from the communities. It was mentioned something about some feral cats and maybe looking at some options to help with that throughout the city. Has that been talked about at all?
We did discuss it at the last meeting, that it was public concern about how many feral cats there are in town,
Okay.
what we can do about it. It was mentioned that previously they had looked into having somebody come in and see like what they could do to control the issue. It cost quite a bit of money, so former council decided to go against it, and kind of at that.
Okay. Well, we can look at some options, you know, for the next meeting, you know, for live traps, or who would be in charge of that, or kind of, we don't do animal control, so to speak, but if there's a found animal, be it a pet or a feral cat, or whatnot, we could take it to the vet and have them hold it until an owner would come forward. You know, if that's the case now, if it's correct me if I'm wrong, but this has been an issue in the past with some feral cats, and then population has changed for other critters. So,
Did put together a plan when I was chief up here, pretty extensive, but really dug into it. Came up with an idea, and at the end of it, it was mentioned, well, if we get rid of all the cats, then we might have a mouse or rat problem, and that's where it got dropped. So, can't really make that up. So, but yeah, basically we put together a plan to, you know, trap them, get them to the vet, see if they have microchips, if there's somebody's pet or not, and then got a bid from Dick, the vet over in Hayward, and then maybe Akron too, and Humane Society. And it was so much per cat, and if they could be adopted out, then they could be, or not, euthanized if it was completely feral or something. But so I do have a little bit of a history lesson on it if somebody's interested.
I guess the deal with the feral cats is, you know, they are being taken care of. You don't know that anyone has ever had shots. So they just scratch bit. How do
different infections with cats.
There's a lot of people feeding them.
Right, that's the problem,
That's
too.
the big problem, is
Yeah.
people would put food up.
They're gonna stick around. Just a question, do you know when Waterman has the time frame for the bar?
Spoke to him yesterday, he picked up the keys, we closed on the building last week. He said he's got about a month's worth of work to do on the building. And then it'll be a matter of council approving the liquor licenses and that getting through the state. So sometime within, I'd say 4 to 6 weeks approximately.
Anything else for the sheriff's office?
I haven't heard of anything. We appreciate your work. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And good luck on your election.
Yeah, and thank you. There is a primary June 4th, if anybody's not aware yet. Hello. Yes, we do. Yes, yes.
Any other public input? All right. Moving on, there are no legal updates as of right now, so we can skip number 9. Next, we just need to review and approve concrete repair bids for the downtown city buildings. If you guys saw in the packets, Dave has both of them there. One is two-sided, one side is the bar, and the other side is the police department for material concrete, and then there is 2 pages for, with the lichen.
It's just looking.
Lichen, thank you. Oh, sorry, I have the crossed out one.
Yeah,
So that one is
that was
not,
the,
an oopsie. What are your guys' thoughts?
A little bit of price difference. Honestly, the material out of Hayward, I know a lot of people have used them, and I've heard nothing but good things. They're pretty super easy to deal with. I haven't seen anything from the other guys.
Both companies do good work. They both came recommended to me, that's why I reached out to them. I haven't heard any bad on either side.
Just on the price difference alone, I would say Sweet Wicked is it. Touch.
Yeah, I had asked last week just to get the last meeting to get the estimate based off of the storm drain that was on one but not on the other. And even with that price increase, it doesn't come close to what I thought, so. If we want to move forward with one or the other, a motion just needs to be made. And we could do one and not the other, like the bar, not the police department, or we can do both of them. It's completely up to what we feel needs to be done right now.
We've got enough money available to do both, right?
We can use the bar, that was part of the sale of the contract.
Yes.
So that one has to be done. But the understanding is you can use the proceeds from that sale for.
Yes, and there is allotment put into the budget for the concrete. It is coming from a grant previously, so you just have to make sure that that grant is still appropriated for it. And then we can use that as well. But yes, there are funds available.
They're already gonna be here, I don't see any reason not to both, especially
Yeah.
at this price point.
Right.
Right.
This guy just keeps going up in price, so.
For the
Yeah,
cost
and-
of concrete alone, I can't believe he's coming this low.
Yeah, and they will be out again when they do Broad Street for the HRC and potentially for our lot as well. So they will be, I don't know if they're planning on doing it all at the same time, I think they'll probably be separate because the flat work has to be
Yeah,
done.
the line on the HRC on
Yeah.
Broad Street property,
Will be a
that
little
won't be
bit
until probably late this summer.
Yeah.
But for the downtown portion, at least for, especially for the bar, I'd like to get that done for the business as soon as we can get them on the schedule. But I told Adam that, you know, I can't guarantee when it will be, but, you know, we'll try and get that scheduled and coordinate with him as much as we can.
Okay.
I would say if we have the funding, they can do it, let's just get it all done, and it'll be nice and a lot better for people this summer, especially like riding bikes and just, you know, taking their kids on and off and stuff, might as well just do it while we can.
Okay. I would need a motion then to approve whichever company and for, I guess, the scope of work.
I would make a motion to select Curiel Concrete LLC out of Hayward, Iowa, to complete the repairs. Do we need to say the dollar amount for the motion or just what's?
Yes, the rest of the amount.
First, for the replacement of curb and gutter and sidewalk at the bar building for $21,140.42. And also for the completion of the curb and gutter and replacement of sidewalk at the police department building for $14,045 each.
One second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passed. With the terms on the bottom. All right, moving on, we need to review and approve the pool repair bids. So this was posted for bid. This is the only bid we got back. So this is the pricing for it. It is still the same as it was prior when we got the estimate for it. So this would just be for them to continue the work that they're doing on the pool and get it ready to go. Any questions regarding it? All right, then to move forward with this bid, if you guys want, I would just need a motion.
I'll make a motion for Quality USA Pools LLC to move forward with the repairs on the pool at a cost of $154,531.
I'll second it. Excuse me.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion?
Quick question, what's the second one? What's this one?
It's just, it was two separate ones, so the removal of the pool deck, like the actual inside of the pool, and then the concrete work outside of it.
Gotcha, so these two came together.
And then, yes,
Gotcha. Just want to make sure I was not right.
correct. So the one that he just made the motion on and the price is accurate.
That's it, gotcha.
Sorry, a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passed. Moving on to the code enforcement update.
In your packet, 3 pages on follow-up by our code enforcer, Tim Austin. We'll get these reports on a monthly basis. On the 3rd page at the bottom, it kind of just tells you the action, you know, whether it's a verbal warning, a notice, abatement, or extension. He has spoken with, you know, the ones in red are ones that have reached out to him and his notes for that. So if you have any questions, please let me know. You know, with a lot of them, it's, you know, painting the homes and stuff like that. For those that have reached out to him, you know, obviously they're not gonna be able, everybody's not gonna be able to repaint their home in a 30-day notice, but, you know, he was definitely willing to work with them and give them that extension that's listed. So we will get these updates on a monthly basis. So if you have any questions, let me know.
All right. Any other discussion with that? Any questions? All right, going forward, number 13, we just need to approve the 2024 operating agreement with Adam Waterman at our location, 102 East 2nd Street. Per my understanding, the lawyers have already read through it. Everything is in good standings. Did anybody have a chance to read through it and have any questions?
So just a little update on that. So yeah, I did have the city attorneys go through this and, they put this together for everybody. Adam has a copy of it and was able to look through it. I was able to answer a couple questions that he had, but other than that, the only other thing that we'll have to do if we approve this is we'll have to publish a notice of public hearing for approval of the liquor license because it's a new license applicant.
Okay.
And then we can have that at the next council meeting. So I'll get that published next week because that will have to take place before you can submit the alcohol licenses to the state.
So you just need to approve publication for hearing.
No, that one doesn't, it's just go on that, it's just that'll be the next step.
I know, but we can approve it now to be
The operating
posted.
agreement, yeah.
But we can also approve it to be posted, right?
It seems that doesn't mean.
Oh, it doesn't, okay, thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve 2024 operating agreement with Adam Waterman for the bar at 102 East 2nd Street.
I'll second. All right, a motion and a second, any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? All right. The operating agreement has passed. We can pass it along to him to get signature. All right, moving on to the golf course. Are there any other updates besides the one item here? Anything for the golf course?
Landscaping's just about finished. There's a couple other things that've got to go in that were delivered today. The pea gravel path on the west side of the building, they had to rethink the adhesive that they used. So they're getting back to me on that. It sounds like it's gonna have to be more of an epoxy than a glue that they used, because they used what was recommended by the landscape company that they dealt with. It's just not holding up very well. So it sounds like it's gonna be more of an epoxy. But other than that, the landscaping is complete. The golf course beautification tournament that the golf course members are putting on. Last update, they had 14 hole sponsors, and the tournament was full. I think 27 teams signed up with a couple of different alternate teams, so that's gonna be good. Yeah, beginning of June, I'll give you an update on the revenue expenses and all that stuff, but other than that, things seem to be moving well. So.
Perfect. I did see that the porta potty was out there.
Yep,
and
that's out there.
ready for tournaments or anybody to use.
Hopefully the wind didn't knock it down today.
I hope that as well.
And I did just realize that left out the Coke.
Okay, thank you. All right, then the only other thing we need to do, if you guys would want, is to approve hiring Wayne Overholscher IV as a part-time cook at $13.78 effective immediately.
I'll make the motion to approve hiring Wayne Overhauser IV as part-time cook at $13.78 an hour effective immediately.
One second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passed. Moving on to the finance office.
With the new council, we just need to make those couple of changes for the signatories at the bank.
Okay. Okay, so first we would just need a motion to approve removing Lucas Reeson as an authorized signer from all Premier Bank accounts.
I'll make a motion to approve removing Lucas Dreesen as authorized signer from all Premier Bank accounts.
Second.
A motion and a second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Number B, approve adding, are we doing?
I left it blank for you guys to decide who else you wanted to add on as a second signatory on the council. Oh, I know you guys had discussed, I'm curious since he's in town, but it's totally up to you guys who would like to make that change.
So technically, it would be me as the vice president, but I am not in town and not able to get to the bank during any working hours. So I had asked if Carrie, if you would be available since you are in town more frequently and are in and around doing stuff, if you would be okay to be added to the bank account.
I have no problem with it. I mean, there are days where I'm driving all day, but yeah, I am around a lot more than most of you, so. I
Yeah,
would
and
be
it's
willing
not
to
an
do it.
everyday thing, it's nothing that.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. No, I'd be willing to do it.
okay.
I have no problem with that, if that's what you guys wish.
I'll make a motion to approve adding Terry Hedden as authorized signer on all Premier bank accounts.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second, any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Alright, motion passed. Moving on, you just need a motion to approve Shane Swenson for a city credit card with a monthly limit of $1,000.
I'm just asking that with Dale retiring at the end of next month, the beneficiary, and Shane's pretty much working on his own at this point. He's caught on very quickly. So it's just prudent to have him have that ability, just like the other full-time guys have had in the past.
I'll make a motion to approve Shane Swenson for a city credit card with a monthly limit of $1,000.
And I'll second it.
All right, I have a motion and a second, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I am going to abstain. All right, for your reminders?
Yep, just a reminder that that first Tuesday in June is the primary election, and the city office will be is a voting location. So we'll need to figure out when you guys want to move that week's meeting to. If you want to do it on Monday or Wednesday or Thursday that week. And then other than that, just a reminder that the office will be closed next week in observance for Memorial Day on Monday, May 27th.
Anything else? Or any executive session needed? Yes? Okay. Then I will need a motion to enter into executive session pursuant to 1-2521.
I will make a motion to enter into executive session pursuant to 1-25-21.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we are entering into executive session at 6:28 PM. All right, we are out of executive session at 6:53. Anything else? Just a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All right, a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned at 6:54.
Oh, wait a minute, we can't adjourn. We can't be done this early.
God.